more on Hillary Clinton's email scandal. That's getting pretty interesting there. A new petition is going around this week to keep Megyn Kelly from being able to moderate a future GOP debate. And ISIS enjoys new trucks. 'Cause America. We'll have the latest on those right now.
You know what side is right. It is not black lives. It is not white lives. It's not blue lives. It's not unborn lives. It's not old lives, young lives, special lives, rich lives, poor lives. It's all lives matter. Life is what sets us apart. We are a people of life. Other cultures are a culture of death. Let's start talking about something that is real and real injustice.
Well, welcome to the Zach Halcox Show, you weirdo. So today we're going to talk about a few things that have been going on in the news and stuff lately, like Hillary Clinton's email situation, because that's getting pretty interesting. And then we're going to talk about some things that are more important, and I'll explain those when we get to them. Yeah. So, anyway, Hillary Clinton's email situation. This is getting pretty good. Apparently, the servers, they're like looking at it, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, they claim that it didn't have any information on it that was classified information. However, we now know that was a lie. It held classified information, such as the location of French fighter jets during the NATO bombardment of Libya, and the size and locations of no-fly zones. And the biggest thing that was classified information was the location of Ambassador Stevens, who was murdered in Libya. Now, apparently, each email containing classified information will result in a felony. So, yeah, looking good for her. You know, this is my theory that if she goes to prison, which at this point, you know, it looks like it is, but I've heard things like all the prosecutors are Democrats and they're for her and everything, then I see how, that would be possible, that they would be able to sway the decision of the people who are involved in the criminal processes. But if she goes to prison, Bernie Sanders will be the front runner, most likely. But he doesn't have enough support for that. But if Donald Trump was literally, as they think, put into the race by Bill Clinton to be able to distract everybody from Hillary Clinton's situation, then that would all fail, and then Donald Trump would be our next president and be like, oh, I didn't want to be president. But the thing is that I don't think that there's like this whole conspiracy or anything like that. That's kind of scary. It sounds like a Jesse Ventura conspiracy. I know firsthand exactly what happened. I was minding my own business, and I saw Bill Clinton in a dark alley. And he said, hey, I told Donald Trump to run for president. That would be weird. But there's nothing like that going on that I'm aware of. People keep saying different things about what he said, And I was gonna play. I was gonna do a lot of stuff today, but I don't really feel like doing all that stuff. We're at a time now where ISIS is killing lots and lots of people in countries that are Christian, countries that aren't Muslim. And we're almost basically doing nothing about it. We just recently accidentally gave them Toyota trucks, brand new Toyota trucks, because apparently this group that's part of ISIS was on a minor threat list. And so they got new Toyota trucks because of our country's own stupidity, because we just didn't know that they were part of ISIS, apparently. Also, we have ISIS. They're killing people. They're killing people who aren't Jewish, or people who are Jewish. They're killing people who aren't Muslim, people who are Christian. And really, they're killing anybody who's not Christian. And what's scary is that we're basically allowing this to happen because we don't know what's going on. We see bits and details of what's going on, and they're like, "Oh, ISIS is a problem." And the thing is that at the same time, we're just standing around, almost acting like we don't know what's going on, when we know something is going on, but we didn't know that they were this much of a threat. They are a huge threat because they hate Christians. They hate Americans because we're a Christian nation. And if you don't think that we're a Christian nation, I'll tell you that we are, because our nation was founded on the principles of the Bible. All of our founding fathers were Christian. They were atheists, as people say. And it's obscene what they are doing. They're just cutting people's heads off everywhere. And nobody's talking about it. We're not talking about things that are real, things that are important. We're talking about emails, and who cares about any of that? What matters is that we need to talk about something that is real, something that we need to fix this, we need to make a change. There is a problem, but then there is also a solution, and we have to focus more on the solution than on the problem. But we have to mention the problem to be able to fix the solution. No, that's not what I meant to say. We need to fix the problem to have a solution. But when we have people who are like media, they're not talking about the things that are important, things that we need to hear, things that are going on that maybe it's not, we don't want to see it. We have to be bold enough to see it, look at it, be like, this is the problem. But we have to be Christian enough to act. Number one, first thing you do is you pray. And then part of prayer is speaking it into truth. And that's faith. Faith isn't thinking that God will do something. Faith is knowing that God will provide. And so we have to believe that we will be the people who will defeat ISIS. And it's very possible. You think, oh, well, how is that possible? They outnumber us. ISIS, do they outnumber us? They might. But here's the thing. If we have God, there's not really a problem with that. And, you think, oh, well, how can you believe in something you don't see? How could you think, oh, we can win a battle with people who are everywhere? And here's the thing. There's ISIS, and then there's people who are just radicalized Muslims in America. There are also black Muslims in America who are just as dangerous as the people who are cutting off people's heads. in Middle Eastern countries. They're just as dangerous as ISIS. But they live in our country, and they tout the words Black Lives Matter, which most of them are black Muslims. Recently, Louis Farrakhan, who is the founder of the Nation of Islam, he refounded it, whatever, but he is anti-white. But it's not racist, apparently, because black people are incapable of being racist, I understand. But it is racism. And the people who say hashtag Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 and they go around, is my son next, blah, 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 saying that police officers, white police officers, are killing black people. They say that. But is it true? Is it actually something that is a problem in America? No, it's not a problem. More white people are killed every single year by police officers than black people are. Black people kill more police officers than police officers kill black people every year in America. So, that kind of shatters your entire idea. I've been through this with people on the comments section of YouTube videos, on Facebook. I've been through it. And when you challenge a progressive, or as I like to call them, socialist, because they are, they tend to be like, well, how can you justify... Okay, there was this video by the Young Turks that was on there, and I watched it, and I'm like, what? Yeah, they're just all these, all these police officers are just killing all these black people. Yeah, just for no reason. Just cold-blooded murder. Yeah, because that happens often. And people commented, they replied to my comment, and they were like, how could you justify police officers killing people? Like, if you attack a police officer, you should be shot. Like, what about the instances where they're running away? Yeah, they hit a cop, and then they tried to run away to be able to get away. They're trying to run away from the consequences. Just like in Ferguson, Missouri, what's going on is that people have... apparently they've come back to the streets, but they never left. The thing is, an entire year, they never once have actually left. And they're like, well, they just came back. They just came back for some peaceful protesting. No, it's not protesting. They word it as protesting. It's not protesting, it's rioting. Riots. And they're smashing car windows, beating white people, white police officers. Just because a white cop shot a black guy who attacked him, we know for a fact that he was attacked by the black guy. And everybody's like, well, I don't believe it just because he's white. Now, here's what I understand, is that black people are incapable of being racist. But all white people, to them, are racist. That's what's strange, is that supposedly white people are the racist ones, and we need to be dealt with. But at the same time, they're the ones being racist, and white people are not being racist. I know there are racist white people out there. There are some terrible people out there. But me, myself, and other people that I know who are white, I don't really see how we're racist. Just because we're white doesn't mean that we're racist. Wasn't it Martin Luther King who